Hi, I'm Ari, Staff Development Specialist with the Department of Innovation and Learner Engagement. Here's your next quick tip.
To help you get organized for the next school year, I want to share one of my favorite tricks with Google Drive. Since Google Drive has unlimited storage, you don't have to delete anything, but it can get annoying to go into your Google Drive and see all these files and folders that you don't really need. So as you can see, last year I made a folder called 1718, and this year I'm going to make a folder called 1819. But before I do that, you'll notice I've color-coded some specific files. We want to make sure those files that are color-coded don't go into our 1819 file. If you're not sure how to color-code a folder, give it a quick right-click and then change the color to something you like better. Now that all of the folders are color-coded, this will be easier for me to differentiate what folders I want to put in my 1819 folder and what folders I'd like to leave out for use in the upcoming school year. I'll now create my new folder for 1819. And there it is. To move folders into the 1819 folder, hold down your left mouse button and lasso your files. To select additional files, hold down the Control or the Command key on your keyboard. And to deselect the folders that you've color-coded, hold down the Control key and click on those folders. Don't forget, uncheck this 1819 folder, and I like unchecking the 1718 folder as well. So now that I have all of the folders unchecked that I don't want to move, I can let go of the Control key and drag all of them into 1819 for a total of 20 folders being moved. I can do this same action with files, but with files it's a little bit easier if you open up your file navigation on the left-hand side. So by opening up this drop-down, I can now see all of my folders. So the files that I want to move over, I can just hold down my Command key and start clicking on them and scrolling down. So anything I want to move, then I don't really need. All right, so now that I've selected all the files I want to move, I'm going to hold down my left mouse button. In this case, there's 23 things, and I'm going to put them in that 1819 folder. So now my Google Drive is much cleaner and easier for me to use. In fact, I can see that these files actually need to go in my PyTop file. So I'm going to select all three of these, and now I can move those to PyTop. This is a family photo, so I can move that to Ari's stuff. So as you can see, as I go through, now that I've gotten this new file structure, it's so much easier to figure out where things belong, which is going to make my Google Drive a lot easier to manage when I come back in the fall. The next tip I want to show you about is with Google Classroom. You can either navigate by going to your waffle and clicking on Classroom, or you can always get to it by going to classroom.google.com. To end the year in Google Classroom, here are a couple best practices we suggest. First, in the class you'd like to no longer use, click on the three dots and edit the name of the class. We suggest putting the current school year's number at the beginning. So in this case, 1819. Then click Save. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to want to archive the class. Archiving the class will remove it from your Google Classroom dashboard. You and students won't be able to make changes, but everything will be saved. Assignments, attachments, all of the good stuff. So go ahead and click Archive. To see the class you've just archived, click on your Google Classroom menu and scroll all the way down to the bottom. Now you'll see your archive classes. At the beginning of next school year, what you'll want to do is you'll want to come to this archive class and click on the three dots and click Copy. What it's going to do is make a carbon copy of the class. When you do this, you can now change this to be 19/20 class. The reason why you want to make a copy is Google Classroom works in chronological order. So you want to make sure that it's easy for you to navigate your class and organize your information in such a way that isn't revealing what the final exam is prior to students even walking through the front door. Copying the class is awesome because now when I go to my class copy by clicking on my menu, and I can either get it from here or I can just go to classes. Here is my 1920 recreation. So it's not done yet, but I can show you what it's going to look like by looking at this copy over here. When you copy a course, it deletes all of the announcements. So that way, something that you made at the end of year in May doesn't show up to your new students. In addition, it will delete all of the students and all of the grades from this copy of this class. So that way you can start fresh with a new batch of students. In addition, when you go in and you look at the classwork, your topics, your assignments, materials, everything is there, ready to go for the new school year. But it's all in a draft. So that way, if you only want to publish the items for the first week of class, you can. You don't have to publish Unit 7 until you're at Unit 7. To publish something, click on the 3 dots and click Edit. At this point, prior to publishing, you can make any adjustments you need for this new school year. When you're ready to post it, click Post, and the assignment will go live for all of your students in your new class. The last tip is to go into Google Sites. So as you can see in our Google site, we have our different unit resources. Over the summer, we won't want our students to see what's going on in Unit 7. So to do that, click on the 3 dots and click Hide from Navigation. What this is going to do is right now, when students click on the navigation, they can go to Unit 7. But if we hide it from them, when students click on the navigation, they won't be able to see that unit anymore. Just make sure to make this stick and make it so your students actually don't see this. You're going to have to click Publish. If you don't click Publish, even though you've done this, the students will still be able to see it. You always want to click Publish anytime you make a change on a Google site.